Right, party people, he has the big Land Rover L320, so we looked at this one before, and then I got ill. So, I'm sure it said it was slow to fill the reservoir, and I cannot get the suspension to go up, so I can't get it on the lift at the minute. Well, I can jack it up and all that, and probably get it on the lift. Take me about 2 hours, just put it on the lift, so see if we can get the suspension to work on the ground. So we'll scan it again and see. So, this one, what it had been doing before is you put it on the lift, the suspension would go up and down, no bother. Then it would go on the lift and you then kind of get suspension to come back down again. So it's been ongoing for a while, so we shall try and see if we can figure it out and get it working again. So it says air supply permanent, pressure increases to slowly when filling the reservoir. So that is our problem then, air supply permanent. So pressure increases too slowly when filling the reservoir. It's had a pump before this, surely it doesn't need another pump. I would not like to think so. It's had its AMK, no, it was all new, I'm sure anyway. So we'll need to get a look in there and just see what's going on. I can hear the compressor going, so not sure yet. So we'll look into these two codes here and we'll come back and see what we can find out about those codes. Right, so on to the Range Pro. So symptom, vehicle with air suspension, warning light illuminates, self-leveling suspension malfunction, and it's giving you a code there, C1A20 64 one is. So cause air suspension compressor, faulty delivery valve, engine compartment fuse box, faulty relay. Solutions, renew all those above parts. Notes, use improved parts. Parts required, delivery valve. Oh, it's even in the apartment, that's good. Relay. So that's a case that somebody else, some other technician has seen before and put that in, so that's quite good. Electrical systems, not sure if this gives us anything. No, nothing in there. Service bulletins, none found. So there is a smart case there, but it's no giving us wiring checks or anything like that, to be honest with you. I don't think we'll need them for this fault, to be honest, but yeah, so right, so I'll need to go in and get a look at the box and see if we can get the lid off it. But aye, so well, there you go. We'll come back once we're a bit further forward, I think. So I think we'll see if we can get into this valve, check that valve and see. Right, so we've got our measuring tape here, so I'll try and see, let's see if we can get this set up to see what she's doing. Right, so I'll just show you this side. So right in the middle of the wheel cap, we've got 17, I'll measure the other side, see, so no, it doesn't need to be million percent accurate yet. Yeah, so the other side's measuring at 16 and this side's at 17, so that the machine's right then. So we'll maybe get it jacked up and see if we can get some soapy water onto the airbags. I'm going to switch it off at the minute, it's gassing me out. So I think maybe that's what's happening. It's the compressor's trying to go, but it's, you know, no build pressure, so it knows something's not right, so it just stops. So we'll come back once we're a bit further forward again. Okay, so what we have here is, I believe, there's an AMK pump. I don't see any markings on it. There's not a sticker right about here. It says Land Rover AMK. I don't see that. Anyway, this one, it was leaking, so it was all spewing. I had big bubbles coming out here, right? And I couldn't see them to start with, and I just heard it. I couldn't hear it very well, but I thought I could hear something. We had the lower case off the pump only, so I dropped the pump bracket down, taking the top one off it, ran the pump with a diagnostic machine with the car off, and I was like, you can hear something. So I sprayed it with soapy water with the pump running, and I couldn't see any leaks. As soon as the pump was killed, you could then see the bubbles with the pressure coming out. So the pressure was obviously just, couldn't see it was spraying it that hard. So I did tighten up these 2 bolts, and then I checked it again and it was leaking out of down here. So this part here is the air dryer, and inside here there's 100 million plastic beads. This is some sort of valve. Now I have seen online it looks like you can buy the beads to refill it. There's a couple of seals as well, I'm not sure what they're for yet, but I'm going to take this apart. Now when you take it apart you need to keep this upright, because like I said, this is filled with about 100 million plastic beads. And you can, I have seen it, you can buy, it comes with a filter, sorry, this valve, whatever this valve is, all the beads and a load of seals. So we're going to open it up and just see if we can see what's going on in this seal, and see, it looks like there's a wire there. Well, it could be the seal, I'm not sure. Not sure. If that's the seal, then that's probably a good sign, to be honest with you. It might mean we might be able to fix it. So I have slackened both of those bolts, and I'm just going to try and keep it all together to flip it off the right way. In the video I did see the guy saying if you drop this, the beads come out, you see, but therefore I'll pick a million beads up. Now I phoned Land Rover and asked if I could buy a service kit for this, and they said the only thing I can see for it is some seals. So I'm not sure, then I had a wee look online, and then I did manage to find a load of other bits. So we'll rip this apart and see what's in there if we can. Try and keep it upright as well. Just try and keep it up this way. You guys can see. Hello! So, I might be able to do anything with it, but just never know. You might find it's cold in here. But this part's the air dryer, so it's drying the air before it goes into the valves and into the pumps. Sorry, into the tank and then into the bags. And the reason it does that is because air is full of moisture, and the reason they do that is to dry the air so it doesn't corrode all the parts out, all your air bags, all your air tank and stuff like that. Yeah, that is a seal then. So where's the mother screw go? So we'll lift that off. So there's a big spring. Right. So there's a big spring that's sat there. I don't see nothing wrong with that part. So I'll get a wee pick. I'll go and see if I can put this. Upside down. Yeah, that bit moves, so I don't want to do that. So we'll keep that spring, and I'll go and set this somewhere safe. Right, so I've put that in my dad's toolbox. That's the safest place I could find, because he's not here, so he'll not be touching his tools. He never uses his tools anymore. All he does is just come in and does the old Capri and test cars for the council. So we can see, if you look at it right here, right, it is corroded, right? So, and there's an O-ring here. Oh, there's a bit that comes off then, so that bit's obviously meant to stay with that other part. There's another spring in there, and we can see all that corrosion. Can you see that there? So you can see all this powdery crap. I'll move this wire. Right, so you can see all the powdery crap here. I'm not sure what this part's meant to be doing. There's a spring there, so obviously we can see the seal all corroded, and then I'm not sure what that is. Right, so that's nothing. So I can maybe try and find a seal. Let's see. Now I didn't see any other seals on that plastic part. We'll go and have a look at that, and we shall see. Let's see. So is it just that one O-ring? I'm not sure about this as well. I don't remember seeing this on an AMK pump, but it's there. I didn't seem to be looking for there anyway. So no, right, so that big spring must go over, well, cap must go into there, and then just the one seal then. So hopefully if we clean all of that up and put it back together, it'll seal that part. Not sure, but if the valve or anything, no, it could be that this valve's knackered and it's not letting any air, through there. So I'll maybe take that off and see what's going on in there, if there's corrosion in there. It'll come back. I don't know whether the valve works or no, but I suppose we could test that once it's on. We're just leaving that pipe off. If I blow, I'm certainly getting air through the outlet anyway. Well, no, the valves are allowing there to go through it. So we'll see if we can get 2 seals, we'll see if we can get an O-ring for that since we've got it off, and we'll see if we can get one of those other ones. If we can't, then we'll just need to get it for Land Rover or online or something. But we already had this set up for the Bentley seat, which is a pain in the ass as well. So we shall see if we can test this, see if we can feel it click in here. So let's see. Right, for whatever reason we didn't get that, so I'll do it again. So let me put a wee earphone to one of the terminals. So put a wee earphone here, and then you hear it, it's got continuity because it buzzes to tell us. And if you guys can hear it, I'll try it up closer. Seems to be clicking away to me, so hopefully the camera can hear that, but I don't think so with all that beeping. So we shall see if we can get these seals done, see what happens. So it's hard to tell just lining the 2 O-rings up, but that's the biggest one I've got. I've cleaned everything up, cleaned all the corrosion. Hoping that one's slightly thicker than that one. So we'll soon see. Didn't change those O-rings yet on there because I'm actually not sure if that bit's still leaking as well. The O-ring in the box just... it wasn't just as big, so it's hard to see, isn't it? Right in there, and obviously we're leaking out of there, so I think what we'll do is we'll fix the bit we can clearly see at the minute and try again. So obviously I've got those O-rings, so I'll give it a bash. I've opened that pipe just to see if that valve is definitely working, so where's that one going to? That one's going onto the bottom of the valve block, and then the valve block out of here to probably the tank. Yep. No, actually the orange one's down the tank, it looks at it. I think anyway, it's hard to tell. So the orange one's down the tank. There's this other one going to... it might be going to the tank as well. I'm not sure. Obviously I've cracked that there just to make sure we're getting air, air out of there. So we'll take this off now and we'll see if we can fix this bit. Right, so I've come to the conclusion it just needs a pump. Every time I seal it up, that's a bit I can't seal. Right, so I've now sealed here and look, it's leaking out of there now. So I don't see any AMK stickers on this. I wonder if it's a cheap copy. Because it's now, I can't seal that. I've put an O-ring in there, an O-ring in there, and it's just knackered. There's that bit there isn't a bit I can put an O-ring on. No, that's knackered. It's hard to see, I can see this with the naked eye, right? So you can see this bit's obviously, I don't know, bonded on or whatever, but you can just about see it. Right here, just on that corner there, it looks to me like there's a seal coming out of there. That's not the O-ring. Right, that's not the O-ring. So obviously I've sealed up this part now. So that was a wee O-ring, so that was the one that was on there. And that was the one that was on the other bit. Now the one I had, that bit seems to have sealed up. The one I had, you can see that's just slightly out of shape. If you look at that one, it's perfectly circle, right? And this one is obviously out of shape. This one seems a bit thicker than that one, and it's no far away. So, and that is the biggest one in that box, if you like. So, and then it was that one there for that, which seemed to do the trick. I'll take that out of there. And again, that's just a wee tad thicker, not by much. So, and obviously now that it's sealed that bit, it's now leaking out another bit. So it would appear then this bit here has now failed. So, and I need to speak to somebody that's fitting a lot of these. I've fitted 2 or 3 of them, you know, but they've been years ago. But you can see it now, it's bubbling out of there now. So we're leaking here, then here, now here. Not good. So I just spoke to a guy at Gem 4 before, Bobby. What he doesn't know about Land Rovers isn't worth knowing, right? He says he's never seen that, right? He says if you can get some sort of chemical metal or something on there, right? He says it shouldn't have that one there for sure. So I'm wondering if when this was getting fitted it was dropped and that broke off, right? And then it's obviously affected that bit. He also did say to me as well that it should have AMK lasered into this bit here, right? And it doesn't seem to have it. I've not seen any markings on this pump at all. So it's either it's a copy, right? Which I believe even the copies, I'm going to have a look online. I'll have a look on eBay and see, because there are some really cheap ones out there, and just see if any of these have got this kind of, it's like a chemical kind of metal or something like that, like a resin of some sort. Right, so AMK made in Germany, big huge AMK. This one's got nothing. That one is no iridite either, and this one. Where did you see that? The AMK, ASK, it's got ASK written on it here. But AMK snapped it in the metal? No, that's what Bobby's been talking about, lasered in. That's a copy, isn't it? That's a copy, aye. That's a copy, so there's your problem. Well, hopefully, because you see what's happening, the motor come in, right, and it went to lift. It's like, it's bolted on the wrong place, and then it's meant to be over here, and there's meant to be another bracket up there, but I only had 2 bolts on it, so I'll need to see if I can find some of these, see if we can get another bolt up here. The bolts are too short, but this plate's obviously thicker than the cheap copy, so the only thing you need to do with the AMK pump is just tap this hole. You know, it does tell you to flush everything, make sure everything's spotlessly clean. Check your airbags, check your tank, check everything basically before you fit it. It does say if you don't have the software upgrade done as well, it can damage your pump, so hopefully this has. Now, I didn't have any lights on, or I'm telling you there's a slow suspension fault, but prior to that, I've seen this Land Rover a few times and it's had this, well, the cheap copy pump fitted to it, and it didn't have any lights on, so hopefully we don't now. I managed to find a speed fastener. So I just need to tighten these up, so that's on there, so I just need to tighten the other 2 up. I don't know how that pump's ended up, or I think it's a chemical metal, like a dry B weld or something. Or if they just dropped it or whatever, but it's certainly not an AMK pump anyway, but I mean it was working before, so hopefully this one will be even better, because it is a genuine. We need to tap the holes in the bottom. I should have had a look, right, so you can see R class, CL class, S class, GL class, M class, 5 Series, X5, X6, Jaguar XF, all your Land Rovers, even your Velar, Defender, all using this pump. So, we're nearly there. I did have it in place, but I take it back out because I can't get the bolts, so obviously no threads. So, right, so be careful when you pull the plastic out, right? There's a little collar in there, which is the olive fitting, which crimps the pipe into the pump. Now seal it, so obviously your O-rings there as well, right? So new fitting to go with the new pump. So I'll take the old fittings off it. We'll get that one as well to go on the other side. So you see the old one, so there's that little brass olive fitting. So we'll get this onto here, right? And need to tighten it all up. I will wait till this is all checked. I need to do something with this bolt here at the back. It's not tightening up, so I've maybe not tapped it far enough, so we'll need to have another go at that. It seems to be going on to turbo mode for whatever reason, and I've not tried raising the suspension up yet. It's up at the back, right, not lifted at the front yet. I'm just going to put the machine on it before we do anything, and see if we can clear the codes at it. We're going to have a wee look at the dash and see if there's any warnings on. No warnings on telling us that suspension's faulty or anything like that at the moment. Right, I'll pause here because this can take a wee while. Right, so I'm hoping that this will all go away, this invalid data. Air supply pressure increases too slow, so I'm hoping all of that will right itself. Oh, the pump's just went off there, so that's good. It's trying to let itself down, is it? I'm not sure what it was venting something there. It vented something, so hope that's not a leak. I hope that's just that venting. We'll switch the ignition off. and just have sorry, switch the engine off and we'll have to just engine ignition. We'll clear the codes and then we'll start again. Come on, Land Rover. There you go. Dash on. Right, so quick is. And then we'll fire up and see. Right, so taking them out, we'll hit the scan again just to see if anything instantly comes back. Not so far, so we'll start it up again and I'll see if I can get this to lift the front suspension. Hopefully it does. Pause it up. So it was just saying confirm suspension height required, off-road height selected. Come on, Land Rover. Pump's not going. For whatever reason. Suspension fault. Brilliant. Okie doke. That did not go well then. What was the same with these Land Rovers, man? You never know what you're getting into. Right, brilliant. So pressure does not decrease when venting the gallery. Brilliant, man. Fantastic. Left mirror heater. I'm going to take the weight off the car, see if we can get it to work that way. Take the weight off it. Right, so the weight's off it. Again, the pump's not going. So why is the pump not going? Ah, come on, I think after this I've got one more L320 to do, and I think after that is... Sorry guys, take them somewhere else because I'm getting a bit fed up with them. At the minute we've not got any suspension working, but we don't have any lift. So why is it now? Went to lift. For further suspension lift. No, it's not going. Oh, my knee. Jesus. Right, fun and games then. It's jammed on the lift on the near side front, so I've jacked it up and taken the legs out, so I'm going to try and get it to go down. To see if I can get it to go back up. Probably not a good idea, but it's up at the back and down at the front, so I would rather it was level. Air supply permanent. Ride level control module. Let's get on, man. Does because these air pipe loose and burst, attached air pipe from the reservoir. Valve block leaking. Pressure of compressor not sufficient. Reservoir valve block incorrectly piped. Actions required. Visually check if an air leak is present. So, I've just taken our legs at it, so right. Fun and games, man. Land Rovers. So I'm going to see if I can get it to go down at the back. See if I can get it to right itself. Definitely something not right on the front axle then. So, right, check for the pump again. Make sure no leaks in that we've done. Right, I think now it's going up, man. It was saying vehicle raising in progress, so I think that's come up. The jack's not there doing it, right, it's just underneath it. That's definitely come up now. So I've no idea what's been going on there then. The only thing I did was take the valve block back off the middle. Just check I didn't have any O-rings away and put it back. So the pump's been going an incredibly long time, but, and I mean an incredibly long time, like to get it to this height. It's maybe just not happy with the height yet. So the pump's certainly working anyway. Once it stops, I will then try and get it back to normal height, but I kind of need it at this height to get it back on nonetheless, so I had to put a jack under it to get it off. It had dropped so far down, so we'll just let that keep going. It's certainly coming up here. It's certainly coming up here, so which is good because it wasn't doing that before. So I had to take the legs out to get the thing off the ramp. So yeah, so eventually we've got this one off the lift, so, and it will need to go back on just to get all the boxes and all that put back on it, but I won't put the boxes back on it yet until I know that this pump's working right. So I think there's more to do on this, to be honest with you. And the pump's still going. I mean, why is it still going? No idea, so I'll pause here and then I'll see if it eventually stops. Still going. So I'm waiting for it to tell me that there's a fault or something. That pump's still going like the clappers. So I think, yeah, no idea why it's still going. No idea. I did spot a big nail in this tyre as well. It's probably sat on it, but I want to make a puncture on it. Doesn't seem to have it down any. I'll hit this, well, it's still running, so it's still picked up a fault in the dash yet. One DTC, it'll be the heated mirror, left mirror, heated output. Right, so, but yeah, that is still going like the clappers, that pump. So I suspect there's nothing wrong with the pump, but that should have cut off in a. So I think what I'll do is I'll see if I can get it to go back to normal height and see what it does, because we've always had issues with this. Right, so maybe one of the bags has got a slight leak and it just can't keep the pressure. There's the pump going again. So what is that? Access height? I don't want access height, I want normal. Well, that's certainly come down a lot quicker than it was before, but I don't know why this pump's still going. I'm maybe going to let the folk come up and see, so we'll stop here in a minute. And aye. Funny games, man, Land Rovers. Funny games. Got it up in monster truck mode at the minute, just checking for leaks at the minute, so see what's going on with it, why the pump don't stop turning off, so aye, funny games. I'm getting a bit, can't believe this, right, so this is all I've got to go on at the minute. I've got air coming out here somewhere. Right, so I've tried to soapy water test it, but I think we need to take the tank out of it. And I think if we take the tank out, it would be as well as just replacing it. Aye, unfortunately, we need to cut the tank out of it as well. We need to chop through the bolts. Hopefully the front two would just shear, the back two we can chop through, no bother, and hope the front two shear, to be honest, because if not we're drill. It's like walking Land Rovers, what's this? Especially Scotland. Oh, Jesus Christ. Jesus. That is tight. Whatever, on it, man. Right, so we'll get it, we'll get this tested. Where it be leaking? Let's see. See if you can. Oh, just see. Like this. Definitely have to look at somewhere. Put some soap on it. Put some soap on it. See. Right. Is that full of here? Are you waiting for? That's it. Just to seal it, know what I mean? So we can get the... Oh, what are you doing? What is this? No one else in there. Whoa! Right, so that's brilliant, by the way. Lead nipple valve. Glad I made that. You keep that. His job. I tell you, but 40 years. No, even 10. So obviously we've got that air tank off, and there's only one. I knew there was only one pipe in there. So this line here is not a line; it's just a wire, I think. Is it? No, it is an air line. So don't see nothing wrong with that. So I think we'll just need to put the tank in. Put this by. Jesus. So we'll just need to put the tank in, I think. Hopefully it's all good. So obviously we've seen how rotten it is and big bubbles on it. So hopefully now once you put that in, we don't have this air leak anymore. I got to go for it. So don't start sanding the new but right. So eventually the pumps went off. We do have a nail. So I'm going to switch it off now and just make sure we've not got any hissing noises. So we'll switch it off. And fingers crossed tonight. That'll be 2 minutes. Up we go. So hopefully now we just need to put the covers on the box, on the pump. So, oh yeah. Yeah, I'm not hearing nothing anymore. That's good, that's good. And the pump did turn off. It took an incredibly long time to turn off, so it did turn off. So I shall go and get all this back together now. Obviously we've got all this to put back together, that's back on. So aye, fun and games this has been, this Land Rover. So chased the leaks, obviously the pump wasn't in the right pump. Well, it was an AMK copy, we reckon. So yeah, here's what it is. So going now, thankfully. Righty-ho, so we had it just not stripped back down, but we have to slacken off the bracket to get the big top cover in. So obviously we've got the new tank in there as well, and there's no more hissing noise now that it's been replaced, so it's definitely been that. And well, you all seen the bubbles on it as well, so there's no denying that. So we've been, honest to God, chasing the leak. So when it come in, it was at its normal running height, but it wouldn't lift, so I didn't want to put it down. I couldn't get it to lift any further to get it on the lift. We lifted it up in the air and tried again, and it put the back bags up and it put the front up, but so we're stuck, you know, in the rake mode, you know, Formula 1 car style. So, and this is obviously no Formula 1 machine. So basically, we were chasing the leaks on it. We found a leak at the pump, put some O-rings, got a box of O-rings, you know, and the leak then moved. We then got another pump, and we thought, fantastic, this is definitely the issue here. The pump that was on it was a copy. So I thought, yeah, beauty. However, they put the pump in it, and the compressor wouldn't go off. So the compressor would not go off on the thing, and it just seemed like, you know, we were never going to get there with this car. Thankfully, we managed to get it now. So obviously that's all it was, just another leak. So I want to be saying, go with me. So just putting the car into neutral so I can get it into it a bit easier. So I'm solid, but they are my heavy motors. So I'm not going back on the lift to put the bottom cover on. I've obviously done a puncture on there as well. I need to top the wheel. So we're not going anywhere with it. We'll just make sure we've no issues here with suspension going up and down, etc. There's my jack pole falling out. That's my brake pedal applicator. I think my other one is in that car up there. Right, down. What did I say, that off-road height? Normal height. So normal height, it shouldn't run your pump just to go to normal height. Right, it exhausts them. So, and look at that, man, eh? See, before we were driving this car around the block, up and down all the curbs. There's a pump kicked in there. Right. And this should go back off. It has been going off, so there you go, thankfully. Right, I thought it was going to make a fool of me. So we'll go back up just to be sure. Right, just to be sure. But I think that's us now. So we're good to go then. So I'll leave it up at this kind of monster truck height, just so I can get it back on the lift and I can get the box put back on it. But yeah, seems to be all good. Seems to be all good in the hood. So we'll come back once we've got the box on it. Pretty confident that pump will be going off now once it's got enough pressure in the tank. So if you haven't already, hit the big thumb, hit that subscribe button down there. It's free to do so, man. So hit that button and it helps this channel grow a little bit. It's completely free to do so, it just helps us guys, so please do so. Alrighty, so we've got the box back on. Managed to get the bolt in here, right? And I cannot get the bolt on here. It's just for me to get like to see where the cable tie is meant to be. Where the bolt's meant to be, where the cable ties come through. So I cannot get it to come down for the step. So that's got a new bracket. That's the bracket that was on that Well, see, that says ASC, not ASK, so it's definitely a copy. So that was all we could do with it for the time being. So either take the step off or buy a proper AMK box probably.